right, basketball fans, if the Raptors season wasn't enough for you, the G League gets underway this Sunday, 2 p.m. On the 12th. Warren will be there as he is one of our 905 broadcasters. So let's talk about it, Warren, first and foremost. Eric Khoury's got a couple of two-ways from this Raptors squad that he's responsible for developing. Yep. You got Ron Harper, you got Nowell, and you got JFL. It's my nickname for Freeman-Liberty. I like that, just for laughs.
I like that.
Talk to us about these young guys and what you expect to see on the court for them, as they're the focal points of this group.
Yeah, well, I got a chance to go to practice and watch. I spoke to a couple of them. I think the first thing I noticed is the energy, and they're all in sync together, and that's something that even the coaching staff, they all spoke to me about that, is how connected they are and how quickly it took. Like a lot of guys after the Raptors preseason, they could go home. They didn't. They stayed, and they all were together. Mm-hmm. And I think that is what Coach Khoury's looking for. I got a chance to speak to him. They're going to be running a lot of the same things that the Raptors run, but differently, because
organizationally they're
very different. But
I think that's key.
There's so many adjustments on the fly about the G League, and that's what I like about it, is that Coach Khoury has to constantly make adjustments to roster, to game plan, because there's so many changes. So it's a lot harder for him to gauge and actually predict, okay, this is what I'm going to get every single night from these guys. But I think thus far, watching them in training camp, they have size, they have athleticism, they have guys that can play multiple positions, and I think they have a team. They have a real balanced squad that can do a lot of things. Now, what I do question, though, is can they shoot the ball well enough? Mm-hmm. From what I saw, so that's going to be the kicker for me. But I'm really excited to watch.
I love the new energy that came into the Raptors. That same new energy seems to have trickled down to the 905. And I look at some of the young, enthusiastic coaches that are working with those people there. I mean, it's like a teacher. You provide the energy for your classroom every day. And I look at Coach Khoury and his staff and all the, like I said, enthusiastic, energetic guys that really love their craft. They love the game, and that's transferable. So I'm excited to see how they do.
And Coach Khoury did a good job of developing coaches too, because you think about it, he had to get a new coaching staff because a lot of his guys had moved up. A couple of his guys, of course, gone NCAA. We had some guys move up to the Raptors big squad. But the biggest jump, I think, and you can speak to this, Warren, was Ron Harper, a completely changed person on the G League floor by the time it came to the end of the season. The roster had flipped, and he was in a brand new role.
Listen, I think he's on his way. He had, by beginning of the season last year, he was good. End of the season, flirting with triple doubles
every night.
Every night. He is a complete player. He can shoot the ball. He can score. He can definitely pass. I think he is one of the mainstays and the leaders there. And if he continues to do that, he'll be on his way. You watch some of the guys that have come through the 905, whether that's Pascal, Fred, even Chris Boucher, Norm, same sort of dominance. And I see that in Ron. I see him as coming on as someone who can space the floor for the Raptors even, right? He can shoot the ball well enough. So I'm excited for him, man. He has a lot of potential.
With the new ideas around development with the big team, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ron getting some time up here. And look, we saw it happen with a guy like Jeff Doughton, and Jeff did it so well that he's now high interest to other people. So I see Ron Harper Jr. much the same way.
All right, well, let's check in with him right now. Here's Ron Harper.
It's like the second time in a row.
Same thing as last year, man. It was a good experience. Good to see some of the fans before we tip off. Looking forward to our home opener and seeing them again. So I had a great time tonight. Just focusing on being myself, just focusing on going out there, having a good time, being a leader, and, having a smile on my face, man. I feel like those things right there are going to help me be a leader for this team. Justice is outgoing in practice, in the locker room, whenever you see him, laughing on the bus. We were stuck at the border for like 2 hours, man. And Justice had a little speaker, and we were doing karaoke on the bus. So that's the kind of guy Justice is. He's a real happy-going guy. We're just really happy to have him here. Like you said, he's a little more vocal. And, it's going to be great to have that voice on the team this year.
All right, folks, that does it for us here on RT. Do remember, the Raptors 905 launched their season on the 10th, but the home opener happens on the 12th at 2 p.m. versus the College Park Skyhawks. That does it for us. We'll see you guys on Thursday without me. Good luck. I wish you all good luck. May the odds be forever in your favor.
We'll take it.
You're not here? Okay.
We'll take it.
Good luck.